On the morning of August 8th, New York City was hit with a fierce 2-hour rainstorm that exceeded the capacity of the sewer and transit systems, which are designed to handle less than 2 inches of rain per hour. Making matters worse, most weather forecasters had not predicted the storm's severity. The MTA often covers sewer grates in vulnerable areas with plywood and sandbags before heavy storms, but was unable to do so on short notice. The MTA also blamed free newspapers and trash on the tracks for hindering drainage. But the damage of the August 8th subway flood did not originate with the MTA. The subway tracks were the water's last stop. Above ground, the flooding was maximized by the city's high quantity of paved surfaces and limited green spaces to absorb the stormwater.
In any urban area, there's a lot of pavement, a lot of road surfaces, rooftops, sidewalks, parking lots that prevent rainwater from infiltrating into the ground. As part of the normal hydrologic cycle, precipitation, snow melt needs to filter into the ground and recharge the groundwater. And if it's prevented from doing so by all the concrete and the pavement, then it will run off into the storm sewers.
Experts also blame waterfront development for increasing runoff to local waterways and reducing the city's capacity to absorb storm surges.
Once you pave over lots of the land surface, that water gets concentrated, it goes into the storm sewers at best, and the storm sewers only have a certain capacity. If you've created a situation where you're trying to pour 2 gallons into a 1-gallon container, you're going to get it in an overflow, and that's certainly what happened in that event.
The reason New York's sewer system is overwhelmed by rainstorms is because it collects household water and rainwater in the same piping system, a characteristic of old American cities. This limits its capacity to soak up heavy rains that scientists say are becoming more frequent because of climate change. The city's vulnerability to flooding is also increasing because the water level beneath the city's surface, but above most subways, is rising. The excess often ends up on the subway tracks.
What happened up to in the early part of the century was that Queens and many parts of New York City, Nassau still gets municipal water supply from groundwater, from pumping wells. And over many years, that pumping caused the water tables to go down in Brooklyn and Queens. Because the pumping has been largely shut down with some exceptions in Jamaica, the water table has slowly been rising up over the last 25 years, and the U.S. Geological Survey has done some studies that show that it will continue to rise.
These factors made street flooding so intense on August 8th that as the MTA pumped water off the tracks and up to street level, the water often flowed right back down. In response, the MTA announced a series of improvement plans, which include adding more elevated sewer grates.